So the day has finally come that Fantastic Four First Steps has hit theaters. This was my most anticipated movie of the year. So let's talk about Dom Toretto's favorite movie.
What's real is family.
So I was super excited to be able to go check out this movie in theaters. You know, I was anticipating, this is my most anticipated movie of the year, top of the list, #1 for me. So I was really hoping for the best first movie. I was hoping this movie was going to be good, be able to give us a great Fantastic Four, since we haven't really had too much luck with Fantastic Four in the past. Now I have nostalgia with the first original Fantastic Four movies back in the 2000s. Of course, that 2015 version, damn, we don't talk about that. So I was definitely hoping for the best with this one. You know, the rights came back to Marvel. I was hoping the MCU could be able to turn out a good Fantastic Four movie, a good Fantastic Four team that we could be able to see on screen. But here's the thing. And the first thing I gotta say is that Marvel did it. Marvel finally gave us a good Fantastic Four movie, a good Fantastic Four team, the one that I've really been looking forward to. Now, I was saying this before, that this Fantastic Four movie was going to mean something to me on a personal note, special note, really, with the X-Men the animated series and the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s being like the first Marvel thing I ever saw. The Blade movie from the 90s was the first ever Marvel movie I saw. When it comes to the first ever comic I read, Fantastic Four is the first comic I ever read. So, on a personal note, special note to me, this movie really was going to mean something to me. And I gotta say, I am overall glad what they were able to do with this movie. Now, I will say, although I really enjoyed what this movie did, I wouldn't say I was really overwhelmed, but I wouldn't say I was underwhelmed either. I was kind of in the middle. I was kind of whelmed with this movie. I wouldn't really consider this like a top tier Marvel movie, but I can see this probably going within my top 15 maybe. But really, the thing I liked about this movie so much was them nailing the whole team and family dynamic. One of the things I really wanted them to do with this movie was to portray the family aspect more, like put down the front line a little bit more, portray this whole group, this whole team as a family first. And I really believe that they were able to do that. I enjoyed it so much, the family aspect with this movie. The way each character is portrayed, this is like probably the best portrayal of these characters that I could really imagine, and really, like, you know, just watching it on screen, this is like the best portrayal I could see. Each character was able to have certain, you know, their own certain moments throughout the movie. I would say that maybe some characters got a little bit more shine, a little bit, compared to some other characters. But man, Galactus, we finally got a good Galactus, finally, and not some dust cloud. This Galactus in this movie was terrifying, was menacing, just straight up, like, just the way that you're watching him on screen, it just feels like you're there, and it's like the ground is shaking when he's walking and talking and all that. I like this iteration of Galactus so much. They did such an awesome job with this. And I like this version of Silver Surfer. You know, she was able to serve her purpose, and I like some of the scenes that she had in this movie, especially when it came to like chasing down the Fantastic Four, like through space, or when they're on her ship trying to flee the Galactus planet and everything like that. And then also too, just seeing her actually surf on different things, not just like in outer space, but like actually surfed on different actual objects and all that stuff, was pretty cool scenes. And I really like the whole setting, like the whole retro futuristic style that this city is in, that like where this movie takes place. The retro-futuristic setting just, it wowed me, and I just really liked how it was played off. The score, man, chef's kiss. But when it comes to maybe some negatives, maybe some people look at this as like some negatives about the movie. I could see people saying how maybe the first or maybe the second act is a little anticlimactic, or maybe it dragged a little or slowed down. Me, personally, I don't think it really does it too much. I mean, there were some parts that were like, you know, slower paced maybe, and there was a little, you know, not too much action going on, but I really didn't think it like dragged or slowed down too much, really. Like I was saying before, I think this could be Dom Toretto's favorite movie. Y'all familiar with character from Fast and Furious, how he's always about family.
There's always room for family.
This is a movie about family, and I'm glad they were able to portray that so well in this movie. Like I was saying before, I want them first and foremost to show us this team, this group of characters as a family, and they were able to accomplish that more than any other Fantastic Four movie was able to do. Hands down, this is the best Fantastic Four movie in my opinion. Man, that third act, that was one of my favorite parts of this movie. The third act was so, dare I say, fantastic.
Say that again?
Now, there is 2 post-credit scenes in this movie. There's one at the very end of the post-credits where it's like, you know, just a little funny bit. But there is a mid-credit scene to where it's kind of an exciting little, you know, little nugget that we get. Overall, I enjoyed this movie and like what they were able to do with it. This one I would probably put as my favorite Marvel movie of the year, over Thunderbolts, over Captain America: Brave New World. I like what they were able to do with this Fantastic Four team, and it gets me really excited for the future, see what their future holds for this whole family and this whole team.